Hi everyone, just a quick video to let you know that the new lens from Tamron, the only lens from Tamron which I'm actually quite excited about, the 24 to 70mm f2.8 VC for vibration control USD lens from Tamron has finally been announced its price tag, and it's coming out only in dollars so far because I can't find it on any UK websites, even on tamron.europe.uk. It still hasn't even said that this lens is about yet, but we've been told on DP Review saying that it is around about $1,200. Now originally I was like, oh, that's a lot more I was expecting to have to pay for that. For example, the one which I use, which is the 28 to 75mm f2.8, no vibration control or anything like that, this is probably my most used lens. Optically, it's been absolutely perfect. I got this second hand, and there's a little bit of dust on the inside, and there's a little bit, actually no, it's pretty much perfect on the back, but a little bit of dust on the inside doesn't make any difference, and it's been used for everything. And I got this for about £230 second hand, and it's been very well used. I've used it for nightclubs, I've used it for weddings, I've used it for naked girls, all that kind of stuff, and it's never failed me at all. It's been such a great lens. But having a vibration control one, that's very, very tempting. Having a slightly wider at the full frame bit, being the 24mm, that would also be quite good as well. Because one thing about this one is that 28mm and at f2.8 on the full frame, there is definitely vignetting around the corners. So, but for portraits, that's absolutely fine. You know, I want that. I enhance that normally in Photoshop, but this I didn't need to do that. The 24 to 70, okay, there's quite a few options you've got that. With Nikon, you've got their 24 to 70, which doesn't have a vibration reduction, but it does have some like nano coating crystal crap on it, which makes it optically super duper. However, it's around about, hold on, I'll find out. Okay, the Nikon one is around about £1,200. So whether this one from Tamron is going to be the same in pounds as it is in dollars, then it's like, oh, which one to go for, the Nikon or the Tamron? However, I'd be kind of tempted with the Tamron with the vibration reduction, because there's nothing in any of the other companies that actually have a vibration reduction 24 to 70mm lens at all. So, it's very tempting. Also, in comparison to what Canon has just brought out, they've just gone ridiculous with their prices. They've brought out, hold on, where is it? Oh, shocker! Look at this one. Okay, their new 24 to 70mm f2.8 L series lens Mark II. Oh, well, their current one is about £1,000. Their new one, £2,300. And at the moment, I don't really know that many people that are complaining about the current 24 to 70mm lens. And in the new one, I'm not really seeing it's having increased vibration reduction or weather sealing or anything like that at the moment. I'd expect, like, that's more than double the price. That's a lot more. So Canon have just kind of gone crazy with their price for their new 24 to 70. So effectively, this makes the Tamron one look cheap as chips compared to Canon. If I was a Canon, well, I am a Canon owner, I would choose this every single time over the Canon 24 to 70, especially the new one. Price wise, this is half the price, if even that, almost like a third of the price. The other thing is, it's a full frame lens, so you can stick it on your full frame cameras, and you can also stick it on your APS-C size cameras like the D300, or if you're with Canon, you can also put it on your D7 and your D5, so you can use it on any camera that you want. It's also going to be coming out for Sony, but with Sony, it's not going to have a vibration reduction or vibration control in the actual lens, because Sony's cameras have it in the body, which I think is not actually quite as good as having it in the lens, because every time you look through the peephole, it's better to have it vibration controlled when you're looking through that, rather than just whenever you take the photo and that being the sensor that's moving. The other thing about the current one is that this one is probably the smallest, lightest, most compact versions of the 24s to 70 ranges lenses. This one I think is also going to be equally as compact as well. It's also been touted as being pretty much moisture resistant, which is quite a good thing. Now the one thing that this new one won't have, which the old one does, is the aperture ring. Now this aperture ring I find very handy for whenever I'm doing videos, and if I'm wanting to move this from my Nikon onto my Canon camera, because it's just a very simple adapter that I need, that I can put it onto the Canon cameras. And I've done that quite a few times. The one thing about this though is that its focus was okay, but its zoom was really sticky. You know, I never managed to do a zoom smoothly with this, especially when it's on. So if I was filming and oh yeah, not going to work. This also had one of its closest focusing distances and one of the most highest magnifications. So in other words, although it wasn't a macro lens in any way, you could get very, very close to your subject and it would still get everything in focus. So fingers crossed that this one keeps all the great abilities of this, which is its small, lightweight, its close focusing ability, and optically just very, very good. This one currently, it has a little bit of a front focusing, no, a little bit of a back focusing whenever I'm doing the longer distance stuff. So I'd like to see if I've got a little bit more kind of quality control in that one. But I'm thinking, if this is in pounds, and it's not like £1,200, if it's around about the £700 or something, I would say that is an absolutely top lens to go for, and especially if you're doing video stuff as well, having a vibration control 24mm lens really kind of excites me quite a bit. So I think for videos on the Canon 5D Mark II, I think that would just be so handy for so many things. Okay, the Canon own brand and the Nikon own brands maybe optically tiny bit better, but as some other photographers on the internet say, you know, stop being so analytical, stop pixel peeping, blah 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 blah. Again, I think with lenses you really do need to pixel peep and really be analytical of everything that you see coming out of the camera manufacturers. You've got to see all the tests that are done beforehand. So again, I would say don't buy this straight away, wait until there's been hundreds of tests that have been done on it. It's on lots of different websites and forums, but do remember that it's got a feature which none of the other competitors have, and that's a vibration reduction or vibration control in a very small body. It's quite good. It's a good thing to have. Is it worth... Well, anyway, whatever. Lots of questions. Think about it yourself. Have a little check of it. I'm sure it'll be available in the European websites as well within about the next month. Hope that helps. Cheers. Bye-bye.